Hey, welcome back to Veronica's Music Vault. We are up to episode 3. We're still in the A's, right down the very bottom of the shelves behind me. You can see the CDs, some of them, not all of them. And today we are focusing on my one and only Bryan Adams CD that I own. So, first of all, I'll show you which one it is. So when I go to CD fairs and things like that, a lot of times I do find compilation albums, and I'm like, okay, it's time to at least own something by someone that I like a few of their songs. So this is the album in question. This is what gets him onto my show. So it's Bryan Adams, The Best of Me, which is obviously exactly what it is, the best of Bryan Adams. Okay, so who is Bryan Adams? Well, Bryan Adams is mostly known for the hit song The Summer of '69, which is played a lot on the radio. I do love that song, but sometimes you would like to hear other songs, which is why a lot of times I will buy compilation albums just so I can say, hey, yeah, I really do like that song. He's obviously got other songs, which, yes, he does. This compilation album right here was released in 1999. So it's fairly old because that's, nearly 100 years ago, I'm sure. Bryan Adams is a Canadian rock singer. So he has done, I'm going to read this from my sheet, which I Googled, so bear with me. He has released 16 albums, and his first one was released back in 1980, which is a very long time ago, just a few years after I was born. The last album he released was last year, which I don't think I've heard a single song off it. As I say, when I listen to the radio, they predominantly play Summer of '69. I think they've played a few of his other songs. So I don't really know a lot of his songs. I think I have one of his albums on cassette, which I probably didn't listen to very much anyway. Okay, so he's from Canada. So his genre is actually rock and soft rock. So that's what gets him onto Triple M, the rock part. He's toured Australia a few times. I was actually going to think of seeing him, and then I thought, no, I can't be bothered just for one or two good songs. So I think I would like to see him one day, just to say that I have seen him. I think once I see him in concert, like a lot of bands or singers, once I see them live, I do get a whole new perspective on them, and I actually appreciate them a lot more and think differently of them because I've actually seen them live in action, not just put a shiny disc in a CD player and press play. So it's totally different experience. And sometimes when you go to concerts, you hear songs that you've never heard before, and they sort of stick in your head, and that's when you just fall in love with them. So one day maybe I will get to see him. He is still touring, I think. So my favourite song of his is Summer of '69, mainly because it's literally stuck in my head a lot of times. Other songs I like are Can't Stop This Thing We Started, Run to You, and Everything I Do It For You. So, as I say, there's quite a bit about him on Wikipedia, his whole life story, when he was born, and things like that. So, very short episode today. We do have some longer episodes coming up with my bands that are right in my heart, embedded in my heart. But yeah, Bryan Adams does get an honourable mention because he's part of my collection, and this is what this show is all about. This is Veronica's Music Vault. I will catch you very soon on the next episode. Until then, keep rocking.